What's up, y'all? It's your girl Chanel from Complex Simplicity. I hope that you had an amazing day today. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We're midway through the week, right? Almost done. So today may be another one of my random thoughts vlogs. I do this every now and then. First things first, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the love that I've been getting for the EP that I released almost exactly a week ago, entitled The Complex Simplicity of Me. I've been getting, for people who know me, a lot of text messages. I've been getting Facebook shares. I've been getting comments. So I really appreciate it for the support. It means so much to me. I appreciate when my friends who are into music and my friends who are not into music actually have similar feedback. That tells me that I did my job right, y'all. I always believed in the project, but as I've said in the past few vlogs, when you're an artist, you're sensitive about your ish, and you just never know how it may be received, even though you believe in what you're doing. And so it feels that much better when you're getting a lot of positive feedback for your art, right? Once again, I just want to encourage anyone, if you are artistic out there, you have aspirations to do things other than the traditional type of 9-to-5 job, please go for it. I was speaking with one of my coworkers who I'm real cool with today, and she was just like, you have like a lot of courage to kind of do that. And mind you, she's like into makeup and she's pretty dope. She does her own makeup amazingly well, and I often would encourage her, to kind of figure that out and start building what that could potentially be, and I know it takes time for everybody to get to that place where they're ready to like just be balls to the wall. But if it's one of my dying missions in life, it is going to be to continue to encourage us all to just go for it. There's so many talented people in the world, and I feel like some of us kind of stifle our own talent and abilities. I was that person for several years. I've always been into singing. I've always been into arranging songs. That's always been something that I've loved to do. I've always loved harmonies and singing with a group and singing solo. And I stifled that for so long. Until one day I just couldn't take it anymore because my day-to-day job was just so unfulfilling and becoming very overwhelming and stressful for me. I didn't have a creative outlet, which is why and how Complex Simplicity came to fruition and was birthed, so to speak. And so that's why I'm passionate about encouraging everyone, whatever it is that you really creatively want to set your mind to do, take it a day at a time, even if it means, for those who have iPhones, opening up the notes section of your phone, and when you have some time or making the time to actually set some goals, what are a few things, even what are 2 or 3 things you can do to start getting the wheels rolling with whatever it is that you want to build for yourself? For those who have Androids, I'm pretty sure they have another means to that. For those who are old-fashioned like me, who like to write things down with pencil and paper or pen and paper, that's another way to do it. Even if it's just doing your research to figure out what products or what are things that I will need in order to set up for this to happen. With me, when it came to the website, like I said before, I did a vision board, and out of nowhere, a month later, was moved enough to want to put my thoughts out there. And my mom was like, girl, this is great stuff for a website. And she helped me to literally put the website together. And from there, I was the one who determined what was going to be my form of artistic expression. And then from there, that morphed into me wanting to sell merchandise and design t-shirts with empowering messages. From there, that morphed into me wanting to have an event. Last year, a lot of people may not know that I really was working on having an event. There was this particular choreographer by the name of Monica Wilson. Her brand is Exoticy, where I took a few classes with her, very sexy dancing. You can tell by now I'm into sexy dancing. But what I loved about her was her woman empowerment message behind that. And I was actually back and forth in talks with her, trying to book her for an event for last year on my birthday, July 29th. And then for some reason, I feel like it was God that was like, now it's not the time. You'll have some time to do that. Maybe that could be a goal for next year. But right now, continue to keep building, because honestly, it would have cost me more financially. Without me really having tangible products, it might not have made sense. And towards the end of 2017, fall into the winter of 2017. For some reason, it was just on my mind and heart and soul to want to do some music, to work on some songs, to do an EP. And I spoke to my brother, who is my producer. I come from a very musical family. And he, agreed to work with me, and we worked together from early December, or I started writing from November. So we kind of started working together with him sending me tracks and me writing to them from November, maybe the week of Thanksgiving. And we finished recording literally in March. I re-recorded some things. When you're an artist and you write and you lay it down, sometimes you're like, let me do that again. Sometimes you're like, let me do that again. And so we finished recording in March, and then I put the project out maybe 2 days later, or maybe a week later. And so now I feel like it's going to make sense to have an event, an official Complex Simplicity event that will have the merch, meaning merchandise, the shirts with empowering messages, that will have EP where I can perform those songs, hopefully, that will have another project that I'm working on, which I'm not going to divulge just yet. So it'll be at least 3 products under the umbrella of Complex Simplicity that may make more sense and tie dots and connect dots for me to have an actual event. So now with me investing, or my husband investing, helping me to invest in what this event can be, it makes more sense because we have actual products to go along with the movement of Complex Simplicity. And I say all of that to say, I started small, and almost 2 years later have now been inspired and able to create different, what's the word I'm looking for? Create different, almost like how an octopus has tentacles, right? They all coming from the same octopus, the same head. So different reaches, different things that are coming from Complex Simplicity, a little bit for everyone, right? And that's why I'm so passionate about letting everyone know and encouraging everyone to don't count yourself out before you try. In the previous vlog to this, I definitely said, I was so excited to release my music on SoundCloud for free to the public, right? But then you do also have that, what if people don't like it? Or what if people who are well-versed in music and vocals like, that's whack. But then I was like, hell no, Chanel, what you got is dope, and stand behind it, right? So I get the human side of us that feels like, this is so like anxiety ridden, but listen, do the damn thing. There are always going to be people who are going to rock with what you're doing. And it's also very important for us to realize that not everybody is going to be for what we do. We're not, our movements, our lanes, our niche is not for everyone, so it's important to recognize that too. But don't let that stop you. Keep pressing forward, keep moving. Another thing that I would like to encourage everyone, once again, I probably said this in previous vlogs, please support your people, your family, your friends, your inner circle, whatever, your tribe, whatever you want to refer to them as or call them. Please support them as they're building. Don't try to jump on the bandwagon when they're actually shaking and making it, right? Be there when they're building and grinding, and when they're using their blood, sweat, and tears to pour into their dream. Be there for them during those times. Cheer them on during those times. Rep their movement during those times. Don't wait until you feel like big things are about to happen for them to now want to be like their biggest cheerleader. So I just wanted to throw that in there as well. And I'm constantly reminded in life how do I say this? I'm constantly reminded in life of the importance of us handling situations, women particularly with women, in ways that are diplomatic and with elegance and class and poise. Even in the work world, you see it with office politics, everybody wanting to throw one another under the bus, nobody really wanting to fully take ownership for maybe their mishaps or slip-ups. Like, please, let's actually really learn how to communicate effectively with one another, even if we have to have those uncomfortable and difficult conversations. let's be able to try to work to do that instead of going the easy cowardly route of trying to throw one another under the bus without having a conversation and giving that person the respect to speak with them. I see this all day, every day, particularly at work. And it's so sad to see, because really it's us women doing it to each other more than not. And at some point it's got to stop, y'all. Like, it's got to stop. Let's just be able to have the conversation. How about let's just do our own due diligence and try to do our jobs to the best of our ability. And when we find that we do fall short, because that will happen from time to time, that we're ready to take ownership for that, right? It's not an easy thing to do, but I'd rather take ownership and get in trouble for something rather than throw somebody else under, knowing that they really didn't do anything wrong. So just wanted to throw that out there as well. I'm on a roll right now. I'm like, what else? In friendships, same kind of thing. If things go a little bit left or sour in a friendship and you really, really feel like you want to preserve it or you want to make it work, even if it's been months or years since things have been the way you've known them to be, if you really feel this person is worth it, instead of passive aggressively trying to get their attention, just pick up the phone and send a text. To me, sending a text is the easiest thing when you don't want to deal with the voice-to-voice, speaking with the person from voice to voice. Send a text, or, find a way to be able to just come out and say, I miss you. I don't know how things went left with us. I apologize for my part in it. Is there any way we can rebuild? Because I've been sensing that lately with some folk. But anyway, I just want to put that out there. And let me see. Let's really just truly be mindful of our judgment. I get it, we're human. We all have the tendency to be judgmental, right? I'd be lying if I said that I haven't had judgmental moments. When I've had moments of casting or passing judgment on someone, it didn't feel good, right? I recognize that I didn't really know their circumstances. I haven't walked in their shoes. I haven't experienced life the way they have, right? And so as opposed to me just going for the jugular and just being uber judgmental, let me actually really try to have some empathy out here for what my friend or my family member, my coworker, this person at church is going through, as opposed to just being very uber judgmental of them. And I put up a post on my Instagram page for the website, which is at ComplexSimplicity09, and it pretty much said, I'm paraphrasing, as you always know I botch up these sayings, but it pretty much was saying, at the end of the day, it seems that when we're judgmental of others, it actually reflects areas of hurt that we haven't dealt with. And I said, ooh, I like this. It's thought-provoking. It's like something that makes you go, let me sit and think about this. I think it's so easy to really just cast judgment on people and to really, really be judgmental of those who either reminds us of someone we just can't stand in our own life experiences, or someone who kind of reminds us of ourselves, areas or parts of ourselves we don't like too much, or someone who maybe we have slight jealousy or serious jealousy and envy of. And so it could be easy to really go in and just be mean and judgmental. And a lot of times I think we as humans don't realize when we have these mean girl moments, when we have, even if we're guys and we have moments of just being a straight up and down hater, it really reflects a lot of not so good stuff about you or about us, right? And so why pass judgment? A little bit of empathy ain't hurt nobody. It doesn't rob or take much from us to actually show empathy to another human being, right? Now, if they done murdered someone you care about or done slept with your better half, I get it. But, if those kind of things haven't been happening, they're not endangering your children, let's be mindful of the judgment that we're really casting on them. So yeah, that's a lot of what I wanted to talk about. And also, what would you all like for me to discuss more of? Are there any topics that you would like to get my take on? Controversial, day-to-day life stuff. Hit me up, let me know. I really want us to have more of an interaction with one another in 2018. We're already the third month in, almost fourth month of the year. Let's start interacting more. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to address and do vlogs on different subject matter that you were curious of getting my take on. So anyway, I'll get out your hair. It's only been 15 minutes. It'll be a short one today. But continue to rock out with your girl by going to complexedsimplicity.com. Thank you so much for the love, for the EP. I'm glad that the subject matter, a lot of people have been telling me, I like what you're talking about. It's different. You know, most people are always talking about sex, drugs, money, negativity. You're actually, they're not like in the gospel realm, but you're actually talking about positive things, and they also seem to like the melodies and the lyrics and different, you know, all that jazz, the beats. Kudos to my brother. So, you know, I appreciate it so much. You know, that warms my heart to know that hopefully this music is actually helping someone to want to be who they truly are, to live in their truth, to be authentic to who they are, to not care about what other people think. Don't deny your fly. Don't let nobody else tell you that you're not as dope as you are. Just know that you are bomb and dope. And, you know, let's be willing to be real and be vulnerable with one another, and know what's important in life. You know, if you get nothing else from the EP, hopefully you got a few of those things. But once again, thank you so much for the love, and until next time.